When you move gently, immune cells move with you, and that matters more than you think. After 60, the immune system doesn't stop protecting you, but it becomes more dependent on circulation to do its job properly. One of the simplest ways to support that circulation is something many people underestimate: a calm, steady 20-minute walk. Here's what really happens inside the body as we age. Immune cells are constantly traveling. They move through the bloodstream and the lymphatic system, scanning for problems, clearing waste, and supporting repair. This process is called immune surveillance. But immune cells don't move on their own. They rely on circulation, and circulation relies on movement. After 60, circulation naturally becomes less efficient. Blood flow slows slightly, and the lymphatic system, which doesn't have its own pump, depends almost entirely on muscle movement to keep fluid moving. When the body stays still for long periods, immune cells simply don't travel as effectively. They become slower to reach tissues and slower to respond when something needs attention. A gentle 20-minute walk changes this immediately. As muscles contract and relax, blood flow increases. Lymphatic fluid begins to move. Immune cells are carried along these pathways, improving their ability to monitor the body. This isn't about burning calories or building endurance. It's about restoring movement to systems that protect you. Research published in journals like Aging Cell and Frontiers in Immunology has shown that older adults who walk regularly have better immune cell circulation than those who are sedentary. These benefits don't require speed or intensity, they come from consistency and duration. 20 minutes is long enough to activate circulation without exhausting the body. You may notice how a walk feels different from intense exercise. It doesn't leave you drained. Instead, it often brings a sense of warmth, clarity, and calm energy. This reflects improved oxygen delivery and reduced inflammatory signaling. When circulation improves, immune cells function more efficiently and with less strain. Walking also lowers stress hormones. Chronic stress suppresses immune function over time. A calm walk signals safety to the nervous system. Heart rate steadies. Breathing becomes more regular. Blood vessels relax. These changes create an environment where immune cells can do their work without interference. Another benefit of walking is its effect on inflammation. Chronic low grade inflammation increases with age and contributes to joint stiffness, vascular strain, and cognitive fatigue. Gentle walking helps reduce this inflammation by improving circulation and clearing inflammatory byproducts from tissues. You may notice that joints feel looser after a walk. That's not just lubrication, it's improved blood flow, delivering nutrients, and removing waste. These same processes support immune regulation throughout the body. Walking also supports the gut, which houses a large portion of the immune system. Movement stimulates digestion and improves gut circulation. This helps beneficial bacteria thrive, which in turn supports immune balance. A healthier gut environment leads to more accurate immune responses. Another often overlooked benefit is immune timing. Regular walking, especially at similar times each day, helps reinforce circadian rhythms. Immune cells follow daily cycles of activity and rest. When these cycles are supported, immune responses become more precise and inflammation resolves more efficiently. You don't need special equipment or perfect conditions. A quiet neighborhood, a park, or even walking indoors is enough. What matters is the steady rhythm of movement. The immune system responds to that rhythm quickly. After 60, the immune system isn't asking for intensity, it's asking for circulation. A daily 20-minute walk provides exactly that. It keeps immune cells moving, reduces unnecessary inflammation, and supports the body's natural defenses without strain. As you continue watching, you'll see why this simple habit, practiced consistently, becomes one of the most powerful tools for maintaining immune resilience, energy, and independence as you age. After 60, immune cells depend more heavily on circulation to do their job effectively. And this shift is one of the most important changes that happens in the aging immune system. The immune system doesn't become weaker in a simple sense. Instead, it becomes more dependent on how efficiently immune cells can travel through the body to monitor, protect, and repair tissues. Immune cells are constantly on the move. They circulate through the bloodstream and the lymphatic system, checking for signs of infection, tissue damage, or abnormal changes. This process, known as immune surveillance, is how the body detects problems early. In younger years, circulation is naturally more robust, and immune cells move quickly and easily. After 60, circulation tends to slow, and that directly affects how efficiently immune cells can do their work. One reason this happens is changes in blood vessels. With age, blood vessels can become slightly stiffer, and blood flow may not be as smooth as it once was. This doesn't mean circulation stops working, but it does mean immune cells take longer to reach certain areas of the body. When immune cells arrive late, responses can be delayed and recovery can take longer. The lymphatic system plays an equally important role. Unlike the heart, which pumps blood, the lymphatic system relies almost entirely on muscle movement to circulate lymph fluid. This fluid carries immune cells, waste products, and inflammatory byproducts away from tissues. When movement is limited, lymph flow slows dramatically. Immune cells can become less mobile, and waste products can accumulate in tissues, contributing to inflammation. You may notice this in everyday ways: swelling in the legs or ankles, stiffness that takes longer to ease in the morning, a general sense that the body feels heavier or slower. These are not just musculoskeletal issues, they reflect changes in circulation and immune cell movement. After 60, the immune system becomes less forgiving of long periods of stillness. Sitting for extended hours without movement reduces immune surveillance. Immune cells remain concentrated in fewer areas rather than circulating widely. This reduces the body's ability to detect and respond to issues early. Research in immunology and aging has shown that older adults who maintain regular movement have more active immune cell circulation than those who are sedentary. This improved circulation is associated with better immune readiness and lower levels of chronic inflammation. Importantly, these benefits are not dependent on exercise intensity. They are tied to movement itself. This is why gentle, consistent movement becomes so valuable after 60. It restores circulation without placing excessive demand on the heart, joints, or muscles. Even moderate movement is enough to activate blood flow and lymphatic drainage, allowing immune cells to resume effective surveillance. You'll notice that when circulation improves, the body feels warmer and more responsive. Hands and feet may feel less cold. Joints feel more lubricated. These sensations reflect improved blood flow and immune cell transport. When immune cells can move freely, they are better able to resolve inflammation and support tissue repair. Another important aspect is how circulation affects immune communication. Immune cells communicate through chemical signals carried in blood and lymph. When circulation slows, these messages are delayed or diluted. Improved circulation ensures that immune signals reach their targets efficiently, improving coordination between different parts of the immune system. After 60, coordination becomes more important than speed. The immune system may not react as fast as it once did, but with good circulation, it can react more accurately. Accurate responses reduce unnecessary inflammation and support recovery. Circulation also influences how quickly immune responses shut off after a threat has passed. When waste products and inflammatory signals are cleared efficiently, immune activity resolves more completely. Poor circulation allows these signals to linger, contributing to chronic low grade inflammation. It's also worth noting that circulation supports oxygen delivery and nutrient transport. Immune cells require oxygen and nutrients to function properly. Improved circulation ensures that immune cells have the resources they need to respond effectively without becoming overstressed. After 60, Immune health becomes less about boosting and more about enabling. Enabling immune cells to move, communicate, and recover efficiently is one of the most effective ways to maintain immune resilience. Circulation is the foundation of that process. Regular movement that supports circulation keeps immune surveillance active, reduces unnecessary inflammation, and helps the immune system adapt to the changes that come with aging. When immune cells can travel freely, they can protect you more effectively, supporting health, energy, and independence well into later life. A gentle 20-minute walk activates blood flow and the lymphatic system in a way that is especially well suited to the aging body. And this is why it has such a powerful effect on immune health after 60. Unlike intense exercise, which can temporarily stress the immune system, gentle walking supports immune function without triggering strain or excessive recovery demands. When you begin to walk, even at a comfortable pace, muscles throughout the legs, hips, and core start contracting rhythmically. Each contraction helps push blood through the vessels and lymphatic fluid through its channels. This mechanical movement is essential because the lymphatic system has no pump of its own. It depends entirely on muscle motion to move immune cells and waste products through the body. After 60, this becomes critically important. Lymphatic flow naturally slows with age, especially when daily movement decreases. When lymph fluid becomes sluggish, immune cells travel less efficiently, and inflammatory byproducts remain in tissues longer than they should. A 20-minute walk provides enough time to restart this flow without overwhelming the system. What makes walking unique is its steady, continuous nature. Unlike short bursts of activity, walking sustains circulation long enough for immune cells to circulate broadly. 10 minutes may help, but 20 minutes allows blood and lymph to reach more tissues, including joints, muscles, and organs that often suffer from reduced circulation with age. You may notice subtle changes during or after a walk. Breathing becomes deeper and more regular. The body feels warmer. Stiffness begins to ease. These sensations reflect improved circulation and lymph movement. As blood flow increases, immune cells are delivered more efficiently to tissues, and waste products are cleared more effectively. Importantly, walking does not trigger the stress response that intense exercise can cause. High intensity workouts raise cortisol levels, which can temporarily suppress immune function, especially in older adults. Gentle walking avoids this effect. It keeps cortisol levels low while still stimulating circulation. This creates an ideal environment for immune cells to function efficiently. Research in exercise immunology has shown that moderate, steady movement increases the circulation of immune cells, such as natural killer cells and lymphocytes. These cells play a key role in detecting and responding to abnormal or damaged cells. Walking encourages these cells to move through the bloodstream and lymphatic system, enhancing immune surveillance. Another advantage of walking is joint safety. After 60, joint health becomes a limiting factor for many forms of exercise. Walking is low impact and adaptable. It can be done on flat surfaces, indoors or outdoors, and at a pace that feels comfortable. This makes it easier to practice consistently, which is essential for immune benefits. Consistency matters more than intensity because immune adaptation depends on repeated signals. A daily or near daily 20-minute walk trains the circulatory and lymphatic systems to remain active. Over time, this improves baseline circulation, not just temporary increases during activity. Walking also supports venous return, the process of moving blood back to the heart. This reduces pooling of blood in the lower extremities, which is common after prolonged sitting. Improved venous return reduces swelling and discomfort and supports overall cardiovascular health, which is closely tied to immune function. Another benefit is improved oxygen delivery. Immune cells require oxygen to produce energy and perform their functions. As circulation improves, oxygen delivery to immune cells increases, supporting their ability to respond efficiently without becoming fatigued. You may also notice improved digestion after regular walks. Movement stimulates the digestive system, which indirectly supports immune health. The gut houses a large portion of immune cells, and improved circulation in the digestive tract enhances immune regulation and tolerance. Walking also promotes mental calm. As the nervous system relaxes, blood vessels dilate slightly, further improving circulation. This mind body connection amplifies the immune benefits of walking, making it more than just physical movement. The simplicity of walking is part of its strength. It does not require special equipment, preparation, or recovery. This makes it accessible even on days when energy is lower. The immune system benefits from this reliability. After 60, the immune system responds best to gentle, sustained activation rather than extreme challenges. A 20-minute walk provides exactly that. It keeps blood and lymph moving, supports immune surveillance, and helps the body maintain balance without exhaustion or strain. Walking lowers chronic stress and inflammation in ways that are especially important after 60 because stress hormones have a stronger and more lasting impact on the immune system as we age. The immune system and the nervous system are deeply connected, and when stress remains elevated for long periods, immune function quietly shifts towards suppression and imbalance. When the body perceives stress, it releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. In short bursts, these hormones are helpful. They prepare the body to respond to danger, but when stress becomes chronic, these same hormones interfere with immune regulation. They reduce the effectiveness of immune surveillance, slow tissue repair, and promote low grade inflammation that lingers in the background. After 60, the body becomes less efficient at clearing these stress hormones, cortisol stays elevated longer, and immune cells are exposed to stress signals for extended periods. This exposure suppresses certain immune responses while exaggerating others, leading to a state where inflammation persists but immune protection becomes less precise. A gentle walk acts as a powerful counter signal to this process. Walking tells the nervous system that the body is safe, heart rate rises slightly and then stabilizes. Breathing becomes slower and more rhythmic, blood vessels relax. These changes shift the body out of fight or flight mode and into a calmer, regulated state. You may notice this almost immediately. Shoulders drop, jaw tension eases, thoughts slow down. This relaxation is not just mental, it has measurable effects on immune signaling. When the nervous system calms, inflammatory pathways quiet down, and immune cells regain their ability to respond appropriately rather than react excessively. Research in psychoneuroimmunology has shown that moderate physical activity reduces baseline cortisol levels and improves immune balance in older adults. Walking, in particular, has been associated with lower inflammatory markers such as C reactive protein. These effects are strongest when walking is gentle and consistent, not intense or sporadic. Another reason walking is so effective is that it synchronizes breathing with movement. As you walk, breathing naturally deepens. Deeper breathing stimulates the vagus nerve, which plays a central role in regulating inflammation. Activation of the vagus nerve sends calming signals to immune cells, telling them to reduce unnecessary activation. This vagal stimulation helps resolve inflammation rather than suppress it. The immune system remains alert but not overreactive. This balance becomes increasingly important after 60 when excessive inflammation contributes to joint pain, vascular stiffness, and cognitive fatigue. Walking also provides a mental break from rumination and worry. Chronic mental stress keeps the immune system on edge. Even a short period of rhythmic movement helps interrupt stress cycles. This interruption allows immune signaling to reset. You may notice that after a walk, problems feel more manageable. Mood improves. Energy feels steadier. These emotional shifts reflect changes in immune and nervous system interaction. Lower stress improves immune efficiency. Another benefit is improved sleep. Walking during the day helps regulate sleep wake cycles. Better sleep supports immune recovery at night. When sleep improves, inflammation resolves more effectively. This creates a positive feedback loop where reduced stress leads to better sleep, which further supports immune balance. Walking outdoors adds another layer of benefit. Exposure to natural light helps regulate circadian rhythms, which influence immune timing. Natural environments also reduce stress more effectively than indoor settings, further lowering inflammatory signaling. It's important to note that the stress reducing benefits of walking do not require speed or distance. They require presence and rhythm. Walking at a pace that allows comfortable conversation is ideal. This pace signals safety rather than urgency. After 60, the immune system is more vulnerable to the effects of chronic stress, but is also highly responsive to calming signals. Walking provides one of the most reliable calming signals available. It lowers stress hormones, quiet inflammation, and restores balance without demanding recovery time. Over time, regular walking retrains the nervous system to remain calmer by default. This reduces baseline inflammation and improves immune resilience. The body becomes less reactive to stress and more capable of resolving immune challenges efficiently, supporting long term health and stability as you age. Regular walking improves joint health, tissue repair, and waste removal in ways that quietly support immune regulation throughout the body, especially after 60. These effects are often felt physically, but they begin at the cellular level, where circulation, movement, and immune signaling intersect. As we age, joints and connective tissues receive less blood flow than they once did. Cartilage has no direct blood supply, so it depends on movement to receive nutrients and remove waste. When movement decreases, joints become less nourished, waste products accumulate, and inflammation lingers. This creates stiffness, discomfort, and slower recovery after activity. Walking gently reverses this process. Each step compresses and releases the joints, acting like a natural pump. This pumping action helps circulate synovial fluid, which nourishes cartilage and removes metabolic waste. When joints are better nourished, immune cells in surrounding tissues encounter fewer inflammatory signals. This reduces unnecessary immune activation and supports long term joint health. You may notice that joints feel looser after walking. That sensation reflects improved fluid movement and reduced pressure within the joint. Over time, regular walking helps maintain joint range of motion, which reduces the likelihood of injury and inflammation driven pain. Walking also improves tissue repair. Blood carries oxygen, nutrients, and immune cells needed for healing. As circulation improves, tissues receive what they need to repair microscopic damage that accumulates with daily activity. Without movement, this damage can linger, triggering chronic immune activation. After 60, tissue repair becomes slower. Immune cells still respond, but they require better support from circulation to function efficiently. Walking provides that support without overstressing the body. It increases blood flow just enough to enhance repair while allowing immune responses to resolve fully. Waste removal is another critical factor. Metabolic processes produce waste products that must be cleared from tissues. The lymphatic system plays a major role in this process, but it depends on movement. Walking activates lymphatic flow, helping clear inflammatory byproducts that would otherwise accumulate and keep immune cells activated. You may notice reduced swelling in the legs and ankles when walking regularly. This reflects improved lymphatic drainage. When waste is cleared efficiently, immune cells receive fewer danger signals and inflammation subsides more easily. Walking also supports muscle health, which indirectly affects immune regulation. Healthy muscles release compounds called myokines that help regulate inflammation. These signals tell immune cells when to activate and when to rest. Even gentle walking stimulates muscle activity enough to release beneficial myokines. After 60, muscle mass naturally declines, reducing the production of these regulatory signals. Walking helps preserve muscle function and maintain communication between muscles and immune cells. This communication supports balanced immune responses. Another benefit is improved circulation to the skin and peripheral tissues. Immune cells stationed near the skin act as a first line of defense. Better circulation ensures these cells remain active and responsive. This contributes to faster healing of minor cuts and reduced skin inflammation. Walking also supports bone health. Bone tissue interacts closely with the immune system. Improved circulation and mechanical stimulation help maintain bone integrity and reduce inflammatory signals associated with bone loss. You may also notice improvements in posture and balance. Better alignment reduces uneven stress on joints and tissues, lowering localized inflammation. This creates a more stable environment for immune regulation. The immune system responds to the overall health of tissues. When tissues are well nourished, well drained, and functioning smoothly, immune cells remain calm and efficient. Walking helps create this environment throughout the body. Importantly, walking accomplishes all of this without strain. Intense exercise can sometimes increase inflammation temporarily, especially in older adults. Walking avoids this by staying within the body's comfort zone while still stimulating circulation and repair. Consistency amplifies these benefits. Walking most days keeps tissues in a state of gentle renewal. Immune cells learn that damage is being addressed and waste is being cleared, reducing the need for prolonged inflammatory responses. After 60, supporting immune regulation means supporting the tissues immune cells protect. Walking does exactly that. By improving joint health, tissue repair, and waste removal, it helps immune cells maintain balance, resolve inflammation efficiently, and support mobility, comfort, and resilience as the body continues to age. Consistent daily walking reinforces circadian rhythms and immune timing in ways that become increasingly important after 60 because immune cells follow daily cycles, just like sleep, digestion, and hormone release. When these cycles are supported, immune responses become more precise, efficient, and easier to resolve. The immune system is not equally active at all times of day. Immune cells move, communicate, and respond according to internal clocks that are synchronized with light exposure, movement, and daily routines. In younger years, these rhythms are strong and resilient. After 60, they become more sensitive to disruption. Irregular schedules, long periods of inactivity, and inconsistent movement can throw immune timing off balance. Walking at a similar time each day provides a powerful cue that helps reset these internal clocks. When the body experiences regular movement during daylight hours, immune cells receive a signal that it is time to circulate, monitor, and engage in surveillance. This improves their ability to detect issues early and respond appropriately. You may notice that when daily rhythms are stable, energy feels more predictable, sleep improves, appetite becomes more regular. These changes reflect improved coordination between systems that influence immune behavior. When immune timing is off, responses can become delayed or exaggerated. Research in chronobiology has shown that immune responses are stronger and more accurate when circadian rhythms are aligned. Older adults with consistent daily routines tend to have lower inflammatory markers and better immune regulation than those with irregular schedules. Walking plays a key role in establishing this consistency. Another important aspect is how walking affects nighttime immune recovery. During sleep, the immune system shifts into repair mode. It resolves inflammation and replenishes immune cells. When walking supports circadian alignment during the day, nighttime immune repair becomes more effective. This leads to better recovery and lower baseline inflammation. You may notice that on days when you walk, sleep feels deeper and more refreshing. This is not accidental. Movement helps regulate hormones like melatonin and cortisol, which influence immune timing. Balanced hormones create an environment where immune repair can occur efficiently. Walking also helps synchronize digestion with immune activity. Regular movement supports predictable digestion and gut motility. Since a large portion of the immune system resides in the gut, this synchronization improves immune tolerance and reduces unnecessary activation. After 60, immune cells are less forgiving of mistimed signals. Eating late, Staying inactive during the day and irregular sleep can confuse immune timing. Walking provides a stabilizing anchor. It tells the body when to be active and when to rest. You may also notice improved mood and mental clarity with consistent walking. Emotional regulation is closely tied to circadian rhythms. When rhythms are stable, stress responses decrease. Lower stress supports immune balance by reducing inflammatory signaling. Another benefit is improved hormone signaling. Hormones influence immune cell movement and activity. Walking helps regulate insulin, cortisol, and other hormones that interact with immune function. Stable hormone patterns support accurate immune responses. Walking outdoors enhances these effects through exposure to natural light. Light is one of the strongest circadian cues. When combined with movement, it reinforces immune timing more effectively than either alone. This is why a daytime walk, even a short one, can have lasting benefits. Consistency matters more than duration once a basic threshold is met. A daily walk, even if slightly shorter on some days, maintains rhythm. Immune cells respond to the pattern rather than perfection. Over time, consistent walking trains the immune system to operate on a predictable schedule. Surveillance becomes more efficient. Inflammation resolves more completely. Recovery improves. This predictability reduces immune strain and supports resilience. After 60, immune health depends not only on strength but on timing. When immune cells know when to act and when to rest, they function with less effort and fewer errors. A consistent daily walk quietly supports this timing, helping the immune system remain balanced, responsive, and capable as the years continue.